Lena woke early, feeling restless from the events of the previous battle. The morning sun shone warmly through her window, bringing a gentle comfort to her anxious thoughts. She dressed quietly and stepped outside, breathing in the fresh, peaceful air. Her city had survived another fierce attack, thanks to the bravery and unity of her people and their new human allies. She walked slowly through the streets, noticing how quickly her people had begun repairing and rebuilding. Everywhere she looked, the lions and humans worked side by side, speaking quietly but warmly. Lena felt deeply moved by their determination and cooperation. They had become more than allies. They were becoming friends. Ethan soon joined her, greeting her with his usual calm smile. "Good morning, Lena," he said gently. "You look thoughtful today." "Good morning, Ethan," Lena replied softly, smiling slightly. "I was just thinking about everything that's happened. Our peoples have grown so close. It fills me with hope." Ethan nodded, looking around thoughtfully. "Your people have shown incredible strength and spirit. They inspire us greatly. And your people have shown us true bravery and honor," Lena added. Warmly, "We've learned so much from each other." They walked together slowly, talking quietly about their plans for rebuilding and strengthening their defenses further. Lena admired Ethan's calm and clear thinking, always feeling comforted by his presence. As they passed through the central garden, Lena stopped, turning toward Ethan with a thoughtful expression. "Ethan, can I ask you something?" "Of course," Ethan replied gently, facing her with a patient smile. "What is your world like?" Lena asked curiously. "We've spoken often about failure, but I want to know more about where you come from." Ethan smiled gently, his eyes distant with memories. "My world is very beautiful," he began softly. "We have great oceans, forests, and mountains. Our people live in large cities, but we also care deeply for nature and protect our environment." Carefully, Lena listened intently, fascinated by his description. "It sounds wonderful," she said softly. "Do you miss it?" "Sometimes," Ethan admitted quietly. "But I know my purpose here is important. Helping your people matters greatly to me." Lena felt touched by his sincerity, warmth filling her heart. "You have done so much for us," she whispered gratefully. "Your kindness and bravery mean more than I can say." Ethan smiled gently, his voice warm with affection. "Being here with you and your people has taught me valuable lessons as well, Lena. Your courage inspires me every day." Their quiet moment was interrupted when Mira approached, smiling brightly. "There you both are," she said cheerfully. "We have visitors. Several leaders from nearby planets have come to meet you." Lena and Ethan exchanged surprised glances before quickly following Mira to the council hall. Inside, several leaders from neighboring worlds waited patiently. They greeted Lena and Ethan respectfully, clearly impressed by their recent victories against the Vraxians. "We have heard of your success," one leader said warmly. "Your alliance has given hope to us all." Another leader nodded firmly. "We wish to join your alliance and fight beside you against the Vraxians. Together, our strength will be unmatched." Lena felt overwhelming joy and gratitude, knowing their unity had inspired others. "We will be honored to stand with you," she replied sincerely. "Together, we can protect all our worlds." Ethan spoke clearly and calmly, expressing his support and welcoming the new allies warmly. The council meeting was filled with hope and determination, plans being made swiftly to strengthen their alliance further. Afterward, Lena and Ethan spoke privately, both deeply moved by the new developments. "Our unity is growing stronger every day," Lena said quietly, her voice filled with pride and happiness. "Indeed," Ethan agreed gently. "Together, we have shown others the power of trust and friendship. Our alliance will become stronger still." Lena nodded, feeling her heart filled with hope and warmth. She knew they still faced many challenges, but their unity gave her strength. That evening, celebrations filled the city. The lions, humans, and their new allies shared stories, laughter, and joy. Lena watched happily, feeling deeply grateful for the friendships that had grown from difficult times. Ethan approached her quietly, offering a gentle smile. May I have this dance, Lena? Lena smiled warmly, taking his hand gently. Together, they moved slowly and gracefully to the gentle music, sharing quiet words and smiles. Lena felt deeply connected to Ethan, realizing how much he had come to mean to her. Thank you, Ethan, Lena whispered softly. You've given me so much courage and hope. You've done the same for me, Ethan replied gently, his voice warm with affection. Together, we've proven the power of unity and trust. Their eyes met warmly, a deep understanding passing between them. Lena knew in her heart that their alliance would continue to grow stronger, guided by their shared courage and trust. As the celebrations continued, Lena and Ethan stepped outside quietly, enjoying the peaceful night together. Stars filled the sky beautifully, reminding Lena of their first meeting and everything they had overcome since. I never imagined we would come this far, Lena said quietly, looking up at the stars. Neither did I, Ethan replied gently, standing closely beside her. But now I can't imagine being anywhere else. Lena turned to him, smiling warmly. Neither can I, she admitted softly, feeling her heart full of affection and gratitude. Ethan reached gently for her hand, holding it softly. No matter what comes next, Lena, we'll face it together. Lena nodded slowly, feeling deeply comforted by his calm strength. Together, she agreed warmly. As they stood quietly beneath the stars. Lena knew their unity had brought strength not only to their peoples but also to their hearts. She felt certain that whatever challenges they face, their trust and friendship would guide them safely through. With Ethan beside her, Lena felt ready for the future, filled with hope and determination. Their alliance had become more than just a partnership. It was a true friendship built on respect, trust, and deep affection. Lena knew in her heart that together, they would continue to protect their worlds and inspire others with their courage and unity. Lena stood at the edge of the city walls, watching carefully as her people and the human warriors prepared for another possible attack. The Vraxians had retreated for now, but she knew their enemies would not stop so easily. The bright sun warmed her face gently, yet a shadow of worry remained in her heart. Ethan stood beside her, his presence comforting. He watched the preparations carefully, offering quiet advice and support whenever needed. Lena admired how calm and focused he remained, even during difficult moments. Do you think they'll attack again soon? Lena asked quietly, turning to look at Ethan. Ethan nodded slowly, his expression serious. Yes, they'll return. The Vraxians are fierce and determined. But we are ready, Lena. Your people have learned quickly and well. Lena felt reassured by his calm confidence. She trusted Ethan deeply, knowing his words were always truthful. Her heart felt stronger every day they spent working together. They walked slowly along the walls, checking the defenses. Lena noticed how well humans and the lions worked side by side now, respecting and supporting each other. Ethan had brought unity and hope, and Lena felt proud of how her people had welcomed their new allies. Later that afternoon, Lena and Ethan met with Mira and several other leaders. They discussed detailed plans, making sure every defense was ready for any possible attack. Ethan explained carefully and patiently, ensuring everyone understood exactly what they needed to do. Your people are strong and brave, Ethan said gently, looking at Lena. I have never seen such determination and spirit. You should be proud. Lena smiled softly, her heart touched by his words. Your people have inspired us greatly, Ethan. You've shown us true courage and honor. Ethan smiled warmly, his eyes filled with sincere admiration. Our peoples have much to learn from each other. Together, we are stronger than any enemy. As the evening came, Lena and Ethan continued to inspect the defenses. They spoke softly, sharing their hopes and concerns openly. Lena felt deeply comforted by Ethan's presence and calm wisdom. Suddenly, alarms blared loudly through the city again, breaking the peaceful moment. Lena felt her heart race with adrenaline. Ethan quickly took her hand, reassuring her with his calm gaze. It's Time, he said clearly, his voice strong yet gentle. Remember, Lena, we are prepared. They rushed quickly to the main control area, where everyone was already busy preparing. Screens showed many Raxian ships moving rapidly toward them. Lena took a deep breath, steadying herself. Activate all defenses, Ethan instructed immediately. Stay calm and focused. We are ready. The city quickly became alive with action. The lions and humans worked side by side, activating shields and positioning weapons carefully. Lena stood firmly beside Ethan, inspired by the bravery and determination. Around her, the first wave of Raxian ships fired, powerful blasts hitting the city's shields. The ground shook slightly, but their defenses held strong. Ethan remained calm, giving clear commands that everyone followed confidently. Return fire! Ethan ordered firmly. Bright beams of energy fired precisely from their defenses, hitting several enemy ships directly. Lena watched closely, amazed by the skill and bravery of those around her. Ethan's training had prepared them perfectly, yet the Raxians were determined. They regrouped quickly, attacking fiercely again. Their weapons shook the city harder, and Lena felt fear growing inside her. Ethan sensed her worry and placed a comforting hand on her shoulder. We can do this, Lena, he said gently but firmly. Trust our people. Trust yourself. Lena took a deep breath, nodding bravely. I trust you completely, Ethan. She stepped forward boldly, addressing everyone clearly. Stand firm, my friends. Together we are stronger. Her voice inspired those around her, giving them renewed courage. Humans and the lions fought fiercely side by side. They're combined. Strength pushing back the relentless Raxians. Suddenly, Lena noticed one large enemy ship heading directly toward their city's main energy core. Fear gripped her heart as she realized the danger. Ethan, she cried urgently. They're targeting the energy core. Ethan reacted immediately, giving quick, clear commands. Focus all firepower on that ship. Protect the core at all. Costs! Warriors quickly adjusted their aim, firing powerful blasts toward the enemy vessel. But it was heavily shielded, pushing forward relentlessly. Lena watched anxiously, her heart pounding with fear. We must stop it. Lena whispered desperately. Without hesitation, Ethan turned toward her, his eyes determined. I have an idea, he said calmly but quickly. Trust me. Lena nodded immediately, completely believing in him. Ethan quickly gathered a small group of human warriors, explaining his plan briefly and clearly. They nodded confidently, preparing quickly. Lena, stay here, Ethan instructed gently but firmly. Keep everyone strong and focused. I'll return soon. Before Lena could respond, Ethan and his warriors moved swiftly toward a smaller ship. Lena watched anxiously as they launched quickly, flying directly toward the enemy ship targeting. The core dot fear filled Lena's heart, but she trusted Ethan's bravery and skill. She spoke clearly to everyone around her, keeping them strong and steady. Ethan's ship moved quickly and skillfully, dodging enemy fire as they approached the large Raxian vessel. Lena held her breath, watching nervously. Finally, Ethan's ship reached the enemy vessel, expertly targeting its weakest point. They fired precisely, causing a powerful explosion that rocked the enemy ship violently. The vessel began to break apart, pieces scattering widely. Cheers erupted throughout the city as the enemy ship fell apart, the immediate danger over. Lena felt overwhelming relief and gratitude, her heart racing joyfully. Soon, Ethan and his warriors safely returned, welcomed warmly by everyone. Lena rushed forward to meet him, her eyes filled with gratitude and admiration. You saved us again, Lena whispered, deeply moved. Ethan smiled gently, humility in his calm eyes. We saved each other, Lena. Your courage and trust made this victory possible. Lena felt deeply touched by his words, her heart swelling with pride and affection. She knew they faced many challenges still ahead, but together they had proven they could overcome anything. As they stood side by side under the calming evening sky, Lena knew their alliance was stronger than ever. Trust and friendship had united their peoples powerfully, filling her with hope and courage for the future. Standing beside Ethan, Lena knew that whatever came next, they would face it bravely and together. Lena stood before the large window of the council hall, looking out at the city she loved. It had once been a place filled with peace and joy, but now uncertainty hung heavily over the streets. She felt the weight of responsibility pressing on. Her heart, knowing her decisions could change the fate of her people. Beside her stood Ethan, the human warrior who had come to help her people. She had grown to trust and respect him deeply. Lena knew many in her city remained unsure about trusting humans, though. Her task now was to help her people understand the strength and honor that Ethan represented. The council hall was filled with the lions, who had gathered to discuss the coming battle against the Vraxians. Lena took a deep breath and stepped forward to speak, her voice clear and strong. "My friends," Lena began, addressing the council and those gathered, "we face a dangerous enemy, one that has already brought pain and suffering to our home. The Vraxians threaten everything we hold dear. Alone, our fight seems hopeless, but we are not alone." She paused, glancing at Ethan, whose calm gaze encouraged her to continue. "We have allies now," Lena continued firmly. "The humans, led by Ethan and his warriors, have already shown their bravery and skill. They fought to protect me when the Vraxians attacked, and they succeeded. These humans are not just legends or myths. They are real, brave, and honorable beings who stand with us now." A murmur spread through the room. Many of the lions had heard stories about humans, but still struggled to believe. One elder stepped forward, his eyes doubtful. "Can we truly trust them?" he questioned firmly. "They are outsiders. We have faced betrayal before." Lena nodded understandingly, expecting such doubts. "I once thought as you do," she replied calmly. "I believe humans were nothing more than stories. But Ethan and his warriors risked their lives to protect me. And Mira. They have shown us nothing but courage and kindness." Ethan stepped forward respectfully, his voice gentle yet confident. "Your fears are understandable," he said kindly. "We humans have also known betrayal and suffering, but our history taught us that trust and friendship bring strength. We come as friends to help protect your world and share in your fight against evil." His words had a powerful effect, easing some of the tension in the room. Lena felt grateful for Ethan's honest and calm manner. The council elder considered Ethan's words carefully. "We have heard of your skill in battle, but are you truly strong enough to defeat the Vraxians?" "We do not promise easy victories," Ethan replied honestly. "But we promise to stand with you, fight with honor, and never abandon you. Together, our combined strength will give us hope." The elder nodded slowly, clearly moved by Ethan's sincerity. "Very well," he finally said. "We will trust you and your warriors. Lena believes in you strongly, and we trust her judgment." Relief and pride filled Lena's heart. She knew that earning the council's trust was essential, and Ethan had done so with honesty and dignity. Following the council meeting, Lena and Ethan worked closely together, preparing defenses around the city. Ethan taught the Thalians new strategies, showing them how to use their resources most effectively. The Thalians quickly learned from Ethan, inspired by his confidence and clear instructions. Lena admired Ethan greatly as she watched him teach her people patiently and kindly. He never showed frustration or impatience, no matter how many questions were asked. His calm presence encouraged everyone around him as they prepared together. Lena found herself drawn even more strongly to Ethan. She admired not only his courage and skill, but also his compassion and humility. It was clear to her why humans had become legendary among her people. One evening, after a long day of planning and training, Lena and Ethan stood together under Thalia's night sky. Stars glittered beautifully above them, providing a peaceful moment amid the chaos of preparations. "You have taught us so much," Lena said softly, looking up at the stars. Your strength gives me hope. Ethan smiled gently, looking warmly at Lena. Your courage inspires me, he replied quietly. You fight so strongly for your people. That makes you a true leader. Lena felt her heart warm at his praise. I only do what I must, she replied softly, meeting his gentle gaze. But having you beside me gives me confidence I never imagined possible. Ethan stepped closer, his voice even softer. Together, Lena, we can face anything. Our peoples will learn much from each other. Lena nodded slowly, feeling a deep trust and affection growing between them. I believe that too, Ethan, she whispered sincerely. Their peaceful moment was interrupted suddenly as alarms sounded throughout the city. Lena's heart jumped in fear. The Vraxians! She exclaimed, instantly alert. Ethan quickly took her hand, calm yet determined. Stay close, he instructed gently. We're ready for this. They quickly moved to the city's central control room, where the lion warriors and human fighters gathered swiftly. Screens showed the approaching Vraxian ships, moving rapidly toward their city. Activate defenses. Ethan commanded firmly, his voice calm yet powerful. Immediately, both human and Thalian warriors activated shields and prepared their weapons. Lena watched in awe as their combined efforts created a strong defensive barrier around the city. They're firing, Mira called out urgently. Powerful blasts hit the shields, causing the city to shake slightly. Lena stood firm beside Ethan, trusting completely in his leadership. Hold steady, Ethan ordered clearly, his calm voice reassuring everyone. Our shields are strong. The Vraxians continued their attack fiercely, but the defenses held strong. Ethan gave quick, clear commands, keeping everyone calm and focused. Lena felt pride and admiration seeing him lead so effectively. Target there. Main ships, Ethan instructed firmly. Weapons fire precisely, striking enemy ships and forcing them back. The Vraxians soon realized they couldn't easily defeat the combined human-Thalian defenses. After fierce fighting, the Vraxians finally began retreating. Cheers filled the control room, warriors hugging each other joyfully. Lena felt overwhelming relief and gratitude. Ethan turned to her, smiling warmly. We did it, he said gently. Thanks to you, Lena replied gratefully. You showed us the power of unity and trust. We did it together, Ethan corrected softly. Our unity gave us strength. Lena smiled warmly, realizing how right Ethan was. She knew the battle was not over yet, but now she truly believed they could win. Standing beside Ethan, feeling his calm strength and courage, Lena felt hope more strongly than ever. Together, they had proven their people's unity and strength. Lena knew their alliance was now stronger than ever, and she felt ready for whatever challenges the future might bring. Lena stood near the window of the ship, her eyes fixed on the distant glow of Thalia, which grew brighter with each passing moment. Her home planet had always been a place of peace and beauty, yet now it faced terrible danger. Lena's heart ached with worry, but at her side stood Ethan, calm and confident. Bringing her a comforting present she had quickly come to trust. The human ship moved steadily closer to Thalia, traveling through space silently and swiftly. Lena turned to Ethan, her voice soft with curiosity. Have you always been so calm, Ethan, even when facing danger? Ethan smiled gently, thoughtful for a moment. Not always, he admitted quietly. But my training taught me that staying calm helps us see clearly, especially in dangerous moments. Lena studied him carefully, sensing strength and wisdom in his words. Your people must train very hard. We do, Ethan agreed. Our lives depend on it, but we also learn compassion, courage, and understanding. These values make us stronger than any weapon. Lena nodded slowly, touched deeply by Ethan's sincerity. Your words give me courage, she admitted softly. Our people need these values more than ever. As the ship neared Thalia, Lena guided Ethan to the viewing deck. From here, he could clearly see the beauty of her home planet. Large oceans covered much of the surface, shining like deep blue jewels. Green forests stretched widely, full of life and peaceful beauty. Yet, dark scars could be seen clearly from the attacks of the Vraxians, painful reminders of the threat Lena's people faced. "Your planet is beautiful," Ethan said quietly, admiration clear in his voice. "I understand now why you fight so hard to protect it." Lena's eyes filled with emotion as she nodded. "It means everything to us. But now, seeing these scars, my heart breaks." Ethan turned to her gently, his voice warm and comforting. "We will help you heal those wounds, Lena. Together, our people will protect Dahlia." His words filled Lena with a renewed sense of hope. She looked at him gratefully, deeply touched by his compassion and strength. Soon, the ship smoothly landed on Thalia's surface. As Lena stepped onto the familiar ground, she took a deep breath, comforted by the scent of her home. Ethan stood beside her, gazing around quietly. He seemed to appreciate every detail of the environment, from the gentle breeze to the warmth of the sun. Lena guided Ethan and Mira toward the main city, walking along paths she had known since childhood. People came out to see them, curious but hopeful. They had heard stories of the humans, legendary warriors who could possibly save their world. A young child approached, looking at Ethan with wide eyes. "Are you a real human warrior?" he asked. Timidly, Ethan smiled warmly, kneeling down to speak gently. "Yes, I am, and I promise we will help your people stay safe." The child smiled brightly, reassured by Ethan's gentle kindness. Lena watched this exchange, touched deeply by Ethan's genuine compassion. It was clear that he cared about her people, as if they were his own. They arrived at the main council building, where Lena's father waited anxiously. Seeing his daughter safely return brought relief to his eyes. He greeted Ethan respectfully, clearly impressed by his calm presence. "Thank you for coming," Lena's father said sincerely. "We are honored by your bravery and kindness." "The honor is ours," Ethan replied humbly. "Your daughter has shown great courage. It's clear your people possess incredible strength and spirit." Lena's father nodded, pride shining in his eyes. "My daughter believes in you greatly. That is enough for me to trust you completely." Lena felt warmth spread through her heart at her father's words. His trust was precious, and she knew Ethan felt it too. Together, Ethan and Lena joined the council meeting. Ethan listened carefully, thoughtfully considering each detail about the Vraxian attacks. He asked questions calmly and respectfully, clearly determined to help as effectively as possible. "We will organize defenses immediately," Ethan finally said with clear certainty. "My team will work closely with your people to prepare." The council members looked hopeful and grateful, thanking Ethan warmly. Lena felt a sense of deep pride in Ethan's leadership and compassion. After the meeting, Lena and Ethan walked quietly through the peaceful gardens outside. The gentle beauty around them felt comforting after the intensity of the discussions. "Your people trust you deeply," Ethan said gently, admiration clear in his voice. "Their trust is well earned." "Thank you," Lena replied softly, touched by his words. "I've learned from watching you, Ethan. You inspire trust and hope so naturally." Ethan paused, turning toward Lena with a gentle expression. "Your courage inspires me as well, Lena. You fight for your people with such determination and heart." Lena felt her face warm slightly, touched by his sincere praise. "Your kindness gives us all courage," she admitted softly. "I never thought legends could truly exist, but now I see they do, and they're standing beside me." Ethan smiled warmly, his eyes calm and reassuring. Legends begin with real people facing great challenges. Together, we'll create new legends of unity and peace. Lena's heart felt full and hopeful at Ethan's words. His calm strength, wisdom, and genuine compassion gave her confidence that their alliance could indeed overcome the Vraxian threat. As they continued to walk slowly through the garden, Lena shared stories of her childhood, her dreams, and the traditions of her people. Ethan listened quietly, genuinely interested in every word. "Your world has so much to teach us," Ethan said thoughtfully. "Humans can learn greatly from your peaceful ways and deep connection to your planet." Lena nodded, slowly, feeling deeply understood. And your people teach us courage, strength, and compassion. We need each other. Exactly, Ethan replied gently, his voice filled with warmth and certainty. Our strengths will make us unbeatable together. Lena gazed up at him, feeling deeply comforted by his calm confidence. She now truly believed that with Ethan and his warriors by their side, they could protect Thalia and build a future of peace and unity. The sun began to set, casting golden light across the gardens. Lena felt peaceful and strong as she stood beside Ethan, watching the beautiful colors fill the sky. In that quiet moment, she felt a powerful connection with him, one that promised hope, trust, and unity for both their peoples. Together, they watched as stars slowly appeared, each shining brightly with promise. Lena knew that difficult challenges lay ahead, but her heart felt calm and ready. She trusted Ethan completely, knowing that his courage, kindness, and strength would guide them safely through whatever came next. For the first time in a long while, Lena felt certain that their future was full of hope. The human ship moved silently through the darkness of space, guided smoothly by its skilled crew. Lena watched through the large window, her mind still filled with thoughts of her conversation with Ethan. He had impressed her deeply with his kindness and honesty, giving her hope that the humans would indeed be able to help her people. Yet a small part of her still felt uncertain. Could Ethan and his warriors truly protect them from the Vraxians? Myra noticed Lena's thoughtful look and placed a gentle hand on her shoulder. Everything will be all right, Lena. Ethan seems capable, and his confidence is reassuring. I know, Lena said quietly, turning toward her friend. But I still feel uneasy. The Vraxians are ruthless, Myra. They have destroyed entire cities and ended so many lives. We must be absolutely sure. Before Mira could reply, alarms suddenly blared loudly throughout the ship. Lena jumped, her heart racing with fear and confusion. Ethan quickly entered the room, calm but serious, looking directly at Lena. We have trouble, Ethan said firmly. The Vraxians found us faster than we expected. Lena felt panic rising inside her, but Ethan's calm voice steadied her nerves. Stay close to me, Ethan instructed gently. We'll protect you both. He guided Lena and Mira quickly to the ship's control room, where human crew members worked rapidly at their stations. The large screen showed several Vraxian ships closing in rapidly, their aggressive movements clear even from a distance. Prepare to defend, Ethan commanded clearly, his voice strong but calm. Immediately, crew members activated the ship's defensive systems, which hummed powerfully to life. Lena watched with wide eyes, amazed by the speed and calmness of the human crew. Ethan stood confidently in the center of the control room, issuing clear commands. He never raised his voice, yet everyone followed his orders without hesitation. Lena could see respect and trust in the faces of the crew around her. The Vraxians are launching an attack, a crew member called out, pointing to the screens. Bright flashes appeared as the enemy fired their weapons. Activate shields, Ethan ordered quickly. Powerful energy shields shimmered around the human ship, absorbing the blast from the Vraxian weapons. The ship shook slightly, but the shields held strong. Return fire, Ethan commanded firmly. The human ship responded swiftly. Lena watched as brilliant beams of energy shot out toward the attacking ships, hitting several targets precisely. She had never seen anything like this before. The precision and strength of the human weapons amazed her. The Vraxians didn't retreat, however. Their ships continued to attack aggressively, firing repeatedly. The human ship shields began weakening. Under constant assault, Ethan's expression grew serious, though he remained calm and controlled. We must stop them quickly, Ethan said, his voice steady and determined. Target their command ship. Yes, sir, replied a crew member immediately, adjusting the targeting. Controls. Fire now, Ethan instructed sharply. A powerful beam shot from the human ship, slicing through space toward the Vraxian command ship. The beam hit the enemy vessel, causing a massive explosion that lit up the darkness. Lena gasped in surprise and relief, seeing the remaining Vraxian ships begin to withdraw. "They're retreating," Myra said. Her voice filled with awe and relief. Ethan turned toward Lena, offering a reassuring smile. "We're safe for now." Lena stared at him, amazed and grateful. "You saved us," she said softly, her voice filled with admiration. "I never imagined humans could be so strong and brave." Ethan's smile was gentle but proud. "We do what we must to protect those we care about," he explained simply. Lena nodded slowly, truly beginning to understand why her people had spoken so highly of humans in their legends. Ethan and his crew had shown bravery, skill, and compassion, qualities Lena deeply admired. The crew began repairs immediately, efficiently handling the damage from the attack. Lena and Mira watched in silence, deeply impressed by their organization and calmness even after the fierce battle. Ethan approached Lena once again, his calm eyes sincere and caring. "Are you all right?" he asked kindly. "I am, thanks to you," Lena replied gratefully. "You and your crew were incredible." Ethan nodded modestly, though Lena saw pride in his eyes. "We train hard to protect others. Your people's courage inspires." Used greatly, his words touched Lena deeply. For the first time since leaving Thalia, she felt truly safe and hopeful. The humans had not only saved their lives, but had also demonstrated their genuine desire to help. "Thank you, Ethan," Lena said again, her voice sincere. "You have proven that the stories about humans are true." Ethan smiled warmly, his calm expression comforting. "We believe strongly in friendship and honor, Lena. Your people have those qualities too. Together, we can face any threat." Lena felt a warmth inside her at Ethan's words. She realized she was beginning to trust him deeply, not just because of his strength in battle, but because of his honest and caring nature. As the ship continued smoothly toward Thalia, Lena and Ethan spent more time talking. He patiently answered her questions about humans, sharing stories about his life and his family. Lena listened intently, fascinated by every detail. She found herself smiling more, feeling happier and safer around Ethan. Ethan also showed genuine curiosity about Lena's life and her world. He asked about Thalian traditions, their cities, and their families. Lena gladly shared everything, eager to deepen the connection between them. "Your world sounds beautiful," Ethan said thoughtfully, gazing out at the stars. "I promise we'll help protect it." Lena met his steady gaze, her heart filled with warmth and gratitude. "I believe you, Ethan. You've already done so much for us," he nodded gently, his voice sincere and strong. "It's only the beginning. We'll stand with you until your people are safe again." Lena felt a sense of peace and hope growing within her. She knew there would be challenges ahead, but with Ethan and his warriors by their side, she felt confident they could overcome anything. The legendary human warriors were no longer just stories to her. They were real, brave, and honorable beings. She was proud to call friends. As the stars passed slowly outside, Lena leaned back, feeling calm and secure. For the first time in many days, she felt certain that their mission would succeed, with Ethan's strength, courage, and kindness leading them. Lena knew the future was filled with hope and endless possibilities. Lena stood near the window of her spaceship, staring out at the vast darkness of space dotted with distant stars. Her bright green eyes reflected the glow of her home planet, Thalia, as it slowly shrank behind them. Lena was an alien noblewoman, known throughout her world for her grace, beauty, and strong will. She had lived a comfortable life on Thalia, where her family had power and respect. Yet today, Lena felt nervous. She was about to meet beings she had only heard about in legends, humans. Her people, the Thalians, had long heard tales about humans. Some stories spoke of humans as fierce warriors who could defeat entire armies alone. Other stories described humans as clever, honorable, and compassionate beings who would risk everything to protect others. Lena had never believed these stories. She thought they were exaggerated or completely false. But now, The safety of her planet depended on creating an alliance with these legendary humans. Recently, Tholia had been attacked by ruthless invaders, known as the Vraxians. These attackers had destroyed entire cities and threatened to take over the entire planet. Lena's father, the leader of Thalia, had tried every method possible to defend their people, but their efforts were failing. In desperation, Lena's father decided to reach out to the humans, hoping the legends were true and that they could help. Lena, a gentle voice interrupted her thoughts. Lena turned and saw her close friend, Mira, standing nearby. Myra was calm and wise, always able to comfort Lena when she was nervous. "Are you worried about meeting the humans?" Myra asked softly. Lena sighed, nodding slightly. "I don't know what to expect. Our entire mission depends on them. If the legends aren't true, what hope do we have?" Myra smiled reassuringly. "Legends often start from truth, Lena. Perhaps humans are exactly as strong and honorable as our stories." Say, Lena forced a small smile, trying to feel hopeful. "I hope you're right, Myra. I really do." Their ship soon approached a larger vessel waiting in the quiet darkness. The human spaceship was different from their own, sleek and sturdy looking, clearly built for battles and long journeys. Lena watched as their smaller ship docked, feeling her heart pound nervously. A door slowly opened, and Lena saw a tall figure waiting to greet them. He stepped forward into the light, revealing himself clearly. Lena felt a slight jolt of surprise. He wasn't what she had imagined a legendary warrior would look like. His hair was short and dark, his eyes steady and calm, his expression thoughtful, rather than fierce. He wore simple clothing that looked comfortable and practical. "Welcome aboard," the human said warmly. "My name is Ethan. We're honored that you've come to meet with us." Lena hesitated briefly, studying his friendly expression. He seemed genuine, not intimidating at all. She took a deep breath and stepped forward. "Thank you, Ethan," Lena said, clearly hiding her nerves well. "I am Lena, daughter of Thalia's leader. This is my friend Mira." Ethan greeted Mira with a polite nod, his movements calm and respectful. "It's good to meet both of you. Please follow me." We prepared a comfortable space to talk. Ethan led Lena and Mira through a wide, brightly lit corridor. Lena looked around curiously, noticing the simple yet efficient design of the ship. Humans seemed practical and organized. There was a sense of calm strength everywhere, which Lena found oddly reassuring. Soon, they entered a cozy room with soft seats and a large window showing the stars outside. Ethan invited them to sit and offered them drinks, his actions always courteous and respectful. Lena felt herself slowly relaxing. "I know your people have faced terrible losses," Ethan began gently. "We've heard of the Vraxian attacks and their brutality. Your bravery in coming here tells us much about your spirit and determination." Lena felt touched by Ethan's words. She hadn't expected kindness or understanding so quickly. "Thank you," she said softly. "Our people are desperate. Many don't believe your people truly exist. Even I doubted the stories. But seeing you now gives us hope." Ethan smiled warmly, his calm eyes sincere. "Our legends speak highly of your people as well. The lions are known to us as wise, peaceful beings who value honor and courage. An alliance between our peoples could be strong indeed." Lena felt a surge of hope at Ethan's words. Perhaps Mira had been right. Maybe legends held truths after all. She looked at Ethan thoughtfully, realizing how little she knew about humans. "Can you truly help us?" Lena asked, her voice firm yet hopeful. "The Vraxians are very powerful. They have defeated our best warriors many times." Ethan leaned forward slightly, his expression serious yet comforting. "Our people know war too well, Lena. We have faced powerful enemies and overcome great odds. We will help you, not just because it is right, but because we deeply admire your people's courage." Lena felt relief and gratitude flow through her. Ethan's confidence was reassuring, and his words filled her with courage. Perhaps their future wasn't as dark as she'd feared. Perhaps, together with humans, they could overcome the Vraxian threat. Thank you, Ethan, Lena said with genuine gratitude. You have given us hope again. Ethan smiled warmly, his eyes filled with kindness and respect. We humans believe strongly in friendship, Lena. You are not alone anymore. Lena met Ethan's steady gaze and felt a strange sense of trust and admiration growing within her. She realized her earlier doubts had begun to fade. Perhaps the legends had some truth after all. Perhaps Ethan and his fellow humans really were the heroes her people desperately needed.